Good morning. Welcome back. It's good to be back here with you. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Chris Hewitt. I'm the Vice President of Marketing here at West. I read today's topic, as I usually do, Jody's topic, and I found, this part of the description that I really like. I think it was inspired, thoughtful action and how it leads to results. I love that. I'll be taking notes. I'm going to learn something. But you know what's interesting about that, right? So it's action and results, right? Think about that for just a minute. I do have a slide, just one, but we'll get through it pretty quickly. So action and results. So I think this is we've known each other long enough, right? This is a pretty safe room, right? Safe environment. As a discipline, sales and marketing has been known to take some pretty crazy liberties with the statement of action and results, right? You think about things like brand impressions, all right, or sentiment, right? You ever heard one of those and how much it costs to generate those? So there's a little bit of, I guess, truth that we have to bring to action and results. So I want to take you through something with Way's help, thank you, Way, something that, a little bit of micro insight, something that we learned as a team, something we share as a team, and one of the frameworks we use. I want to take you through a few things. So in terms of marketing, there are where's Denise and Emily, my marketers are right here. Does everybody know the 4 Ps of marketing?
Price, promotion, price.
Wow, okay, great. And sometimes there's a 5th thrown in. It's like sometimes a Y. They say people. But what I argue is that almost equally important are the 4 Cs of marketing. And it's directly related to how action generates results. So there are 4 things. The first one's coincidence. And so I'll go at you fast here. The second one's correlation. The third one's contribution. And the fourth one is causation. All right, so other than some fancy 4 C words, what does it mean? This is actually how, when we look at marketing, and this applies to all disciplines, whether it's finance, customer service, operations, across the board, it's how our actions actually return results. So coincidence is awesome, right? Coincidence happens to be when 2 things happen that are not necessarily related. They just happen. It's coincidence, it's random, it's chance. Correlation is when things happen and things happen not directly because of, but maybe in part of. A good example of this is usually what you see in brand advertising. So if you see billboards and print ads and things like when West went out there and we wrapped the light rail and we see a general increase in traffic from the Phoenix market, we can say, oh, great, look at what we did. The problem with that is we often think it's causation, but it's actually just correlation. Contribution is interesting. I'm going to skip over that one. I'm going to get to causation. Causation is when we have 2 things that are directly related. So when you meet somebody and shake their hand and they say, wow, I love what you're selling, I want to sign up right now, that's causal, usually. It's very hard to determine, it's very hard to measure. But going back to contribution is normally what we find when we think of how action gets to results. It's usually an assembly of different activities. And that could be marketing, that could be sales, that could be, again, customer service, operations, wherever. A great example. So I'm here today talking to you while you're at West with a bunch of West representatives. And if any of you happen to go pursue a master's degree, wink and pause and next. And if that so happens, and then you see an ad out there, you do a search, or you hit our website, or you attend an event where Way or Jesus is at, or you see one of our videos done by our crew, that's all contribution. And ultimately, what we're trying to do when we talk about business leadership and be who we are and how we look at it as a team is what are those assemblages that not necessarily can be repeated one-on-one, but how they all come together so that action, inspired, thoughtful action, becomes actual results, and how you measure that over time. So when somebody hands you $1 and in marketing and says, go get me those 2 other dollars you got last time, you're like, whoa. But remember, $1 went here and there. It was actually a few more dollars and we got you $5, right? Or customer service and multiple touches with your customers and how it takes to develop and grow a business. So that's it really quickly. That's one of our micro insights that we use in one of our frameworks here at West in marketing. Again, thanks for coming to West. Thanks for being a part of our community. And I'll turn it over to Jody. Thank you.